Islam has spread throughout the world, and this is due to Islamic history and its civilizations. The religion of Islam actually started with the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the year of 570 CE. The official Saudi Arabian kingdom was created in the 1700s. Within this kingdom were two empires, the Safavid, or present-day Iran Empire, and the Ottoman Empire. The Safavid Empire lasted from 1501 to 1722. This empire had a lot of Muslims from the Shia clan. They focused a lot on art, architecture, and literature. The Ottomans ended up threatening this empire in the 17th century. This caused their military to decline and for the empire to become corrupt. From 1700 to 1800, the Ottoman Empire started to decline. This empire actually started in the year 1300. It was based on Islamic government and was one of the largest and longest-lasting empires ever. Today, it is known as modern-day Turkey. This empire had control over numerous countries, such as Turkey, Egypt, Greece, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, parts of Arabia, and the North African coast. However, this empire was not always stable. The quality of their leaders, or sultans, was declining. Not only that, but their central government was going down and they needed money. Eventually, the Europeans started to control them. The Ottomans had to obey and follow these Europeans. The Safavid Empire that I talked about earlier was destroyed by Afghanistan in 1726. The Afghans also took control over the Mughal Empire in 1738. In 1740, France also started to control the Ottoman Empire. This actually caused their economy to decline. This was somewhat a turning point because the Ottoman Empire started to modernize in the 1800s. It started to become more like Europe. They took a step back from religion and tried to get rid of Islam in the empire. Also, during this time, there were a lot of Islamic converts living in Britain. Anyways, Sultan Abdul Hamid II of the Ottoman Empire in 1876 didn't like the fact that Islam was getting rid of. He took action. He built an Istanbul to Medina railroad so that Muslims can make the pilgrimage to Medina. Also, in 1889, the House of Scholars was created. In the 1900s, the Islamic Union was made. The Ottoman Empire eventually ended on November 1st, 1922, with Turkey becoming a republic nation. In 1925, Iran became a strong nation after the Safavid Empire collapsed. From the 1950s to 1960s, there were lots of Indian and Pakistani immigrants in Britain. Islam started to become looked at negatively when Taliban came into power in the 1990s. They were from North Pakistan and parts of Afghanistan. They wanted peace and security if they got full power. However, they started punishing people. They required men to have beards and for women to cover themselves. They were more looked at after the September 11, 2001 World Trade Center attack. Now they're back in Afghanistan and Pakistan. In 1995, they captured Herat and Kabul in 1996. They did a lot of killings and set bombs in September of 2012. Despite all this, in the beginning of the 20th century, there were 10,000 Muslims in Britain. As of 2012, there are 1.6 billion Muslims worldwide. Almost 90% of these Muslims are Sunni, while 10% of them are Shiites. Muslim countries use Sharia, a system of religious values, for their laws. The West is fascinated by Arabian culture, knowledge, and science. There are lots of Muslims in Africa and Arab countries as well. Islam has come a long way. Muslims believe in one God and follow the teachings of their prophets, the last one being Muhammad, peace be upon him. Islam started with Muhammad, peace be upon him. They base laws on their holy book, the Quran, and follow the 5 pillars. The 5 pillars are declaration of faith, praying 5 times a day, fasting, giving charity money, and the pilgrimage. It is no wonder Islam is the second largest religion in the world today.